What's up, everyone? I'm Parker from Stock and Barrel. I had the privilege of hopping on a call with the guys from Blade HQ, who are actually a local Utah company. And they invited me to be a part of a project to help promote some really cool new stuff coming out from Leatherman. So I just received one of Leatherman's brand new knives. This is called the Free P2, but I'm certainly not an expert like the guys over at Blade HQ. But I will tell you that when I opened this thing up, I was immediately impressed. I can tell this one's gonna be a real game changer in the knife industry. One of my favorite things about it is the ability to open it up one-handed. If you've got your hands stuck on a project doing something, you can't, let go and you need to whip this out, you can pop it open, just whip it good. But this knife just feels so quality, and just from an average Joe, everyday kind of consumer, this is definitely something I could see using every day. And because of that, I think it's gonna be appropriate to whip up a little leather sheath for this. Some of you know that Leatherman's pretty well known for their classic leather sheath that they usually come in. And when I was thinking about what kind of sheath to make for this, that was the immediate design I had kind of thought of, but there's no need to recreate that. They've done it, it looks great. So I wanted to do something a little bit different. I thought about something that resembles like a pancake holster that a lot of guys carry their guns in. So in my mind, I'm picturing two pieces of like 5 to 6 ounce leather sandwiched together with some 1.5 inch oblong hole punches for the belt loops. It should be pretty simple, but I think it'll be a really unique way to carry this thing. As always, it's a pretty good idea to use vegetable tan leather for this kind of project. I think that I'm gonna do a little bit of wet molding on this because I really want it to stay in the holster without popping out. And with this belt clip and some other features of this knife, I think we can mold the leather around it and just enough to keep it in without making it too difficult to pull out. So let's see if we can make it work. Here's a little one-hander for you. Oh, kind of cracked my knuckle on that one. All right, let's do it. Okay, so I cut the pattern out with about 3.5 ounce natural tooling veg tan leather. And then I glued it onto the back of some 2 to 3 ounce natural tooling veg tan. as a liner, because I don't want to ruin the finish of the knife with the fleshy side of the leather. So now we've got a nice finish on both sides of the leather. And right now I'm going to use my patterns that I made and make some little marks where the start and stopping points are for my first set of stitches. Since we have a liner, we need a stitch around the entire perimeter of the piece, or else it could eventually come apart. So I'm gonna make a stitch in this middle section here on the top and bottom of both pieces. So a total of 4 stitches in between these 2 points. And once we get that done, I'm also gonna treat the edges for these middle sections as well. And then once we get the pieces together, we can treat the edges for the entire piece and also make the rest of the stitches. But you have to take care of the stuff that you can't do once you finally get the pieces together, if that makes sense. All right, so let's do it. And that's it. We got it done. Luckily, we came out on top on the first try. You never know with these kind of things. When the fit is so important, it can be tough to get it on the first try with a new pattern. But this worked out really nicely, and I'm really happy about it. It stays in there. It turns out having the clip, you know, hanging off the front is actually a nice feature, because then it won't come all the way through the bottom, even though it's wet molded and holds in there pretty tight. You know, that's just like an extra little safety precaution and keeps it out of the way. I ended up dyeing the natural tooling leather with Phoebing's Mahogany Pro Dye. And I used the same kind of dye, but a different color. This is dark brown on the edges in my refillable marker. I'll have the links to all this stuff that I use down below. With that being said, you guys know our sponsor is Tandy. And you can get all of the tools, supplies, materials, everything you need for projects like this down below. You can see the item name and part number. All you have to do is copy that part number into the search bar. And there's a link. The first link you see down in the window is gonna take you to our affiliate link with Tandy. So anything you buy through there, we'll just get a little kickback. For this specific video, I was so thrilled to be working with two really cool companies, Blade HQ and Leatherman Tools. I'm so excited for the launch of this new multi-tool, the Leatherman Free P2. This thing is seriously a game changer, and I can't see why any person wouldn't want to have one of these in their possession. It's so useful. And keep an eye out for the video from Blade HQ. They're gonna have some of this footage mixed into it, and we're gonna be giving this little sheath away. So, all in all, this has been a great project. Thank you all for being here. You guys are the best. Don't forget to like and subscribe, do all the things. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Woke up this morning with the sunrise in my eyes. Just like a new day, a breath of fresh air in my life. I don't know how, don't know why, but I'll be toasting all my life.